Less talking about working and more working. Less checking the results of how the work has paid off and more making less work to do. The only way that you will achieve massive heights is if every time you think, how's it looking on the results, immediately you decide instead to take more action. So if I'm posting videos on Instagram and they're finally starting to do well, I got 3,000 likes on an Instagram video on Reels, 90,000 views. Pretty good performance, right? 1,000 shares, right? That's really good. And this is only going to continue to go up over the rest of this marathon challenge. But if I'm checking to see the results of that video, that's not fueling me to go out and create more. I'm just checking all the time, constantly, to see, oh, did it get to 3,500 views? Did it get to 3,500 likes or whatever it is? And then I'm upset because I'm going into the situation with an expectation that because that video has done well, every video moving forward will do well. So then I post a video that doesn't do as well, even though I spent a lot of time editing it. Because I went in with the expectation, it did not live up to the expectation and made me disappointed, which causes me to want to do work less. It's a negative feedback loop to look at the results of the work. The positive feedback loop is to look at doing more work, getting excited about the process. This is why people say to be excited about the process, because if you detach yourself from the expectations, right? Low necessities, high expectations. So I guess you can still expect a lot of it, but not need anything from the situation. I got to figure out a good phrase to fit that, including expectations, but regardless, if you can detach yourself from the necessity of reaching a certain amount of views, then you can truly start to produce massive results. As well, if you look at the results, that's free dopamine. So I'm going to write a book. I'm in the process, I guess, of researching or living out an experience that would merit writing a book about the concept of no free dopamine. So don't talk about something until you've made massive action towards that thing. And honestly, don't even talk about it then, What's the need to talk about something big unless you have a decision maker or a person that you have a very vested interest in, let's say a good friend or a significant other. Then you can share the information with them to celebrate a win. But even then, delay it by a week, right? Unless it's like your wife, then maybe tell her. But, get better at this practice of delaying the gratification. Eventually you'll tell them. If you tell them now, it's no different than if you told them in a week. It's still going to be an exciting win. But here's the difference, is that it's more of a mature win. You've let it wait. It's sitting up on the countertop and it's not, or up on a shelf. It's not immediately eating the food in the car before you get home, It's waiting so that you can enjoy the food when you get home and not get your car all messy and have hands that are greasy and, that whole metaphor that I just created just now. Less talking about work, more doing work. This also goes to less worrying about how much work you can get done, how much needs to get done, more just doing it. The only thing that will move you forward is continuing to put down results. So if that's posting videos, if that's making calls, if that's trying to get in front of someone to pitch an idea, whatever it looks like, it's doing more of it. If that's running miles, if you're training for a marathon, or if that's lifting weights because you're trying to build your physique that will last you for the rest of your life. Whatever it is, it's just more time doing the thing that matters most. Less time worrying about everything else, because that won't move you forward. The only thing that will move you forward is actually taking action. Another source of free dopamine is worrying, because it makes you think that you're taking action, that you care, right? But it allows you to not take action. It allows you to have no responsibility on the matter of what actually happens. So then you want to move away from this free dopamine and towards taking responsibility. Jordan Peterson has some great things to say on this concept. A lot of life's worries are resolved immediately after accepting responsibility for your situation. And the responsibility of moving out of it. That's it. When you are mature enough to realize there's a problem, I have to solve this because it is my problem and no one else is going to help me. There's a solution out there. I just have to take the time to find it. And then admitting that I don't know how to solve this on my own, so I'm going to use someone else's help to solve this problem. It's taking responsibility in a mature manner that allows you to actually move forward. And that's the adult move to do. If you want to truly grow up, truly mature, learn how to do that. I have a friend who just graduated, and they need to learn a new skill to grow their business. And so I texted them, hey, it's going to cost you in time or in money. So you can either make mistakes over the next 5 years learning how to do this thing, or you can just find the right person, pay them whatever money they're asking, learn it from them, and in this next season, now that you've graduated, have a massive catapult, a massive jumpstart to everyone else compared to you. If you really want to excel in the space, you have to gain access to information, put in more action, and then give it time. And so the earlier you can get started, the more action you can put in over time, because you have more time in the game, right? And then on top of that, you can gain more access to information, because as you get better at the thing, opportunities will become available to you. You'll get better at the thing. You'll meet people who are good at the thing, whatever that is, basketball, marathons, X, Y, and Z. That's the Pareto principle for anyone wondering. To those who have, more will be given. The Matthew principle, same thing, same concept. 80% of a creative domain is produced by 20% of the people. This is why the wealth gap exists. A very small portion of the world gains several things go in their favor all at once, and they gain massive resources because of it. But to get back to the main concept here, you have to take action to move towards the future. And if you don't know what action to take, then you have to pay someone to gain access to the information of what action would actually move you forward. Until you do that, you can't take action, so you can't get in the game. So then you're not putting in reps. So then you're not going to get better. So gain whatever it takes to gain access to information so that you can start taking action, so that you can watch the months tick by as you get better at the skill. The time will pass. 6 months will go by. A year will go by. You'll be 30 now that you've graduated college. To anyone out there who's watching this at that particular time. And you'll wonder, where did all the time go? The only way to change this is if you get started right now. You treat it like there's no time. You take that leap of faith, take a massive risk right now. Even if that means ditching the degree that you just got to please your parents so that you can go out on your own and start a business. Figure it out. Because the sooner that you swallow the pill, if you actually want to own a business in the future, the better it's going to be long term. Maybe use your degree for the first year to save up enough money to be able to actually live and make this business an idea or a dream. This business idea, dream, a reality. There we go. But it all comes back to just doing more. It's all that matters. I'm tired. I need to stop saying I'm tired at the end of these. I need to start recording them earlier so that this bright light is not shining in my face. I will become better. Why not us?